What is up, guys? Long time no see. Jacob Rothenberg here. Indeed, it has been a while, but I have returned on YouTube. Um, Gosh, it's been I think almost 4 months since being on here. But long story short, still publishing, still working with students. I have books on my hard drive I still need to publish. Been slacking off on that, but got really busy with stocks. Made a lot of money from stocks. As much as $40,000 in a single day. So, when you make that kind of money, it's like, well, shit, do I still need to publish at all? But still publishing, still involved in all that, still working with successful students in my new program as well. But I just wanted to say hi to you guys, do a live Q&A along with exposing keywords, giving keywords away. That's what I do. Everyone gets pissed off when I do it, but it must be done for the greater good. So here we are. All right. So I'm going to get right into it, guys. No fluff, no BS. We're getting right into the meat of the video. We have here actually a book made by one of my students in my program, Digital Freedom Lifestyle. So this is Kindle Publishing. He actually made this book all by himself. Background story on him. Doesn't have a lot of money. Barely has the money to cover the ads. I don't think he minds me saying that. But he wants to really make this business work. He really wants to make a passive income from Amazon. So thankfully, he has design art skills. He's able to use his graphical abilities. And per my suggestion, I'm not going to give him all the credit. I did come up with this keyword for him. How to draw anime includes manga and chibi. And the rank was previously at 8,000 BSR. I think he cut some of the spending on the ads, so we've sunken a bit, but he's pulling in a profit. He also increased the price, but it's still cool. This book probably makes 1,000 a month at this BSR. I work with him very closely on this book because it popped off. So in fact, he actually shows his real name here. We published this in last month, March 2021. Josiah, Mr. Iington. So he even did the cover. And yeah, it's just a really well-produced work that goes above and beyond what anyone else is doing in this keyword. It's not some stock-derived, Fiverr-derived, junk piece of crap. This is an actual book that took effort to create, that took effort to come up with the illustrations, the lessons, the step-by-step instructions on making these anime characters. And so, given that this is a big keyword, the market took note. These are all real reviews. We started out, I think, with like 5 or 6 reviews, then it snowballed to 11, then 20, and now it's just coming on. So what's up, guys? How you doing, Vlad? How you doing, Mr. Mario? I know you're killing it with the crypto. Everyone's telling me to do crypto. I missed out on that. My bad. I could have been a multimillionaire by now. It's okay. I'll get there this year my own way. So yeah, this is just a very well-produced work and a big keyword that was launched properly and runs and manages ads properly. Let me actually pull this up here. Shit, I didn't even show this book. So here it is. I guess I have to do it over. Here's the anime book. And as you can see, he even gives his real name in the credits because he's not afraid to show his name and show his keyword. Okay, people were like, oh, this is my business. This is how I put food on the table. If your work is good enough, if your marketing is on top, you won't have, bottom feeders from third world countries being able to compete with you. You should be producing producing books that people will actually like, that will actually review and say, wow, This is amazing. This is better than everything else I could have possibly found. And so, your typical student who enrolled in some shit program, last year or this year that just follows some cookie cutter lesson curriculum, they're not going to put this same level of effort as one of my students. Okay. So this is what it takes. If you want to make job quitting income with as few as 1, maybe 2 or 3 books, I'm actually showing you how to do it. So, big keyword, well-produced book, good launch, proper ad management. And that's everything that I teach in my program that I still have up for now. I'm actually going to start actually launching it, scale it up, and I will be raising the price soon. So it's only $1,000 for lifetime coaching, literally lifetime coaching, unlimited one-on-one calls with me. We have a good dozen in the group who can all vouch and give you testimonials that it's a real offer. It's not too good to be true. I'm actually just using the money to throw into stocks. So that's why I take the money. But yeah, this is something that one of my students did, and we have other students doing well too. So let's look at some of the keywords while we're here. Let's do the picture in picture. All right. Give me one sec here. There we go. Now we're looking good. Let's actually also answer some questions that came up because some people came up with some questions. Let's do it here. Okay, let's knock out the easy one. Vladimiro's asked, I started a full-time job. Great. I'm glad you're actually bringing cash flow now. Any tips on how to balance a real life, business, and personal life? So guys, I've been publishing for 4.5 years now. And I was able to quit my job almost 3 years ago. So it took me 1.5 years to quit my job. But until I was doing publishing full time, I was balancing waking up literally at 4:30 in the morning to get to work at 6:30, California Bay Area commute. Left work at 3-ish, went to the gym to compete and train for competition in powerlifting, and work on the business when I could. So I would say I'm pretty versed in knowing how to balance a lot of things at once. It just comes down to discipline and not wasting time. When you're at work, you should be dedicated to your job 100%. I would even advocate not working on KDP when you're getting paid, by the hour by your boss. If you have a lunch hour where you can do whatever you want, that's totally cool. I did that. But when you're at work, you're working. When you're at the gym, you're not distracted by your phone. You're not going to be looking at your KDP dashboard. You're not going to take calls from anyone. You're going to work out. Likewise, when you have 1 or 2 hours for publishing a day, you just do publishing, focus, no distractions, get it done because it must be done in order for you to succeed and achieve, right? So don't waste, if you need to decompress and play League of Legends for 30 minutes, it's cool. We're all human. But with the time, make use of the time that you have and don't waste it. And I'm glad that you're doing better. You're making more money now. Let me know how you're doing with publishing, man. And maybe we can connect on that. All right. So let's see what other questions we have. Okay, Justin, you made your first 1,000 per month. Awesome, man. Glad you did it. So one question that came up, am I still publishing? I did discuss this, but for those that missed it, am I still publishing or have I been focusing mainly on stocks? I have been doing both, although I'll be honest, I still have books on my hard drive I've paid over $1,000 each for. I have one low content book I paid $1,000 for, $1,200 for, and one fiction book that I haven't released. I need to get it out just because I put a good chunk of money into that, and it'll bring some more cash flow from publishing. But I won't lie, I did make a lot of money from stocks, like everyone else did. Everyone else is in crypto. Everyone else is killing it, supposedly. And I don't know how to say this humbly, but I plan on making a lot more money from stocks this year. So, I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket because, things do go bad at times with any business model. So publishing pays for all that you see here, right? And stocks are the way that I can like grow the cash that I made from publishing, because the cash that I have came from publishing and publishing related courses. Let's admit it, right? So, you want to be able to build a base of cash. First of all, you want to be able to quit your job, right? Because that's what everyone wants, their time freedom and location freedom. So you build the business that can create the job away from your day job. It is job. You can fund your lifestyle, and then you save the cash, and then you build the cash by growing it. And, I'll be honest with you guys, for 95% of you, publishing is not how you're going to grow $100,000 into $1 million. There are some people that want me to shut the fuck up, that they're making 7 figures from publishing. So I will shut up about that. But for the vast majority of you, you're not going to make 7 figures from publishing. However, if you, let's just say hypothetically, okay, it can happen. It probably won't happen, but it can happen. You invest $100,000 in a stock. It goes up 10x. Maybe it was Tesla. Maybe it was VeChain in crypto. And you make $1 million. All right. So that's actually much more common than making money from publishing. So, this is how you get started with building up your cash. But at the more advanced level, you want to actually go into other ventures to really get the money going, because most of you will never become a millionaire from publishing. I don't think I've made $1 million from publishing. No, not even close. Not even with courses. Well, it's getting there. Anyway, let's move on. If not for publishing, has my income still remained relatively consistent and well? Well, I mean, I do sell courses, but I don't rely on that money to make a living. So I would say I would be pretty, I'll be honest, I would actually be pretty screwed if I didn't have publishing. If I lost my account, that would be a problem. So, I'm glad that publishing gives me a good standard of living. But, I have other things going on because I've been doing this for 4.5 years, guys. It's been a while. All right. So let's get good to the good. Oh, questions here. David. Yes. There are no Vladimiros. VS, where did I study stocks? I'll be honest. I did look at the YouTube guru, but I don't know. Maybe I just haven't found the right person. But after having tried doing some day trading and swing trading, and now I just hold buy because that's how you make a lot of money. I was able to determine after a few months that most of these gurus on YouTube are not really trading, or they're not that good at all. They suck. I don't want to name names, but like you can kind of tell if you've made money from the stock market, and like you see people after supposedly having doing this for 7 years lose money on like Neo and Xpeng. It's like, why are you chasing what the sheep are doing when you've been doing this for 7 years? You probably got some secret tickers you would never show, and you're supposed to be making your money from that. It didn't make sense to me. So long story short, I'm self-taught. I do use some sites to catch on late breaking news, even after market. I follow a few people that actually know what they're doing that are not on YouTube. And just the best way to learn is to make mistakes. The first time you hold a bag on a stock that you buy at, let's say, $5 and it goes to $1, you kind of learn your lesson not to chase something that's running up, etc. So self-taught, but I think being self-taught is the way to go. Everyone has their own style. I have my own way of doing things. My way of doing things would piss off most of you, and vice versa. So don't follow the gurus on YouTube for stocks. All right, let's look at some keywords. Let's look at Matsuda Publishing's other book. I told him to grow this brand. We're going to grow this pen name, okay, and make this something that makes $10,000 a month, and then hopefully a lot more in December. So we're growing this. Now, this is a blank book. Okay, it's a template book. Let's take a look at it. All right, cover looks good. Otherwise, it's pretty simple. All right. So again, student of mine actually created this book himself. He credits himself in it. And this looks like it could have been made in Canva, man. And he probably did. He doesn't mind if I say it. This is just a blank template book. Probably took him a day to make it. You know, not too much working capital to produce this. It probably cost him, I don't know, $100 or so to make the cover, I would guess. Maybe less, maybe 50. So the whole notion is, and I needed him to work on some things. I'll talk about that off camera with him later. But we want read through, meaning we want people who love book one, How to Draw Anime, so much that they decide to check out Kindle Publishing second's book, the blank manga book on drawing manga, with the templates. So I'll be honest, this is still, starting to take off. This is a pretty good rank for something that's pretty new. It's probably something like 4 or 5 copies a day. For something that he produced all by himself in a day, it's making like what? $10 a day. It'll get there. I'm sure he's not complaining. But of course, the way we do things in my program, we get good BSRs. We don't settle for BSRs like this, okay? I don't know what other program doing right now. But when we're chasing, big months, we're doing it with as few books possible. So I like the approach of going for really good BSRs. Okay, so this was 8,000. Joe, you need to up your ad spend, bro, when you can. Don't know what's going on, but yeah, that's good. So let's take a look at some of the keywords. I always like to check some of the really popular ones just to see what's going on. So would you rather? Everyone knows this keyword. Everyone wants to publish in this keyword. Some are doing really well. Some are not. I know quite a few people in this keyword. Just looking at BSRs. This book's crazy. This is not where. This is Allison's book, Sunny Panda. Very strong rank. Even after, almost 2 years of being published. It's got now over 1,000 reviews. BSR of 6,700. This does go down to 1,000 and lower in Q4. I don't know if she wants me to say. Well, yeah. She makes for 30,000 a month in November and December. Easily. So I would assume she's just deciding to not run as many ads and taking in profits, which is cool. But yeah, you can have a book that's put in perpetual, full-time income, never have to work again for a few years income. Like this book was able to do it for her. Just one book, guys. She has many, but this one book alone lets you quit your job with a BSR like this. So this is what we're going for. Let's look at some other keywords. Let's see some stuff that no one else really knows. I haven't seen this before. Camping activity. What's going on here with camping activity? It's hijack time. Let's steal some keywords. Oh, this is nice. This is probably super well ranked because you have to be invited by Amazon to have these custom graphics for your product page. Editorial reviews you can do yourself. Oh, and this is Rockridge Press, so never mind. But even Rockridge Press still doesn't have as good of BSRs on some of their books as others. Let's keep going. Growth mindset activities. All right. The number of reviews doesn't scare me at all at this point. Unless it's got like 10,000, then I'll be like, that's a little competitive. But if something's got 264 reviews, we can reach that in time. Another big box publisher, Rock Ridge. Just let's find another one then. I think this is also going to be Rock Ridge. Mindfulness. No? Wait, let me check. Yeah. 1,500. So I do like the fact that this is ranked well. Let's steal this keyword. Let's just take a look at the paperback ratings. I don't really look at ebook ratings anymore. I don't care about $2 royalties from nonfiction and low content books. Don't care at all. But for paperbacks, let's see what's going on here. Rock. So just heads up for those of you that are new to publishing, I'm using a tool called DS Amazon Quick View. It's a Chrome plugin that allows me to just highlight a book in my search results and pull up the product details. So it makes my keyword research so much faster. Huh. All right, this is self-published. It's doing, pretty well. Published only a couple months ago. I bet you this is probably someone that I know or someone from some course. But let's take this keyword for ourselves. I do like the custom logo. Oh, look, they admit that they took their images and illustrations from a stock site. Great. That means any one of you can do this too, easily. So here's a book you guys can rip off. Damn, what the, okay. Easy. You can make this in Canva. Make this in Canva. Nothing about, the designs are not bad. It's solid. But again, no one's designing this. This is all being obtained, taken, maybe purchased for cheap from Creative Fabrica. You can make this book yourself, really. This book would cost me $100 to produce. And what? It's got 4 reviews. Hold up, before I scroll down more. Mindful affirmations and activities, mindfulness workbook. So the primary keyword is actually here. It should be in the title. Not that it's going to make a huge difference, but here we have mindfulness workbook, mindful activities. I guess affirmations is a keyword too. Mindful awareness book. Those are the keywords that this book focuses on. And if you decide to publish for this keyword, take these 3 keywords right here. All right, moving on. Yeah, it's got an okay rank. It's got a weird trim size. I don't know if that qualifies for expanded distribution. I haven't published 7x10 ever, I think. Not a long project at all. You can make this in a day or 2. I can figure out who this is if I really wanted to. Okay, only 1 review shows. Why is that? Are 3 from international? All right, whatever. So, yeah, anyone can do this book. You can have, your mom, your dad, and your cousin review this book, and then you can get 1 real review. Then you have 4 reviews. Then you too can have a book that makes $200, $300 a month, maybe. Easy. But wait, we're not done ruining this publisher's life yet, boys and girls. Let's look at their entire catalog under this pen name. First year memory book. Hasn't sold a copy yet. Okay, don't care. Birthday. Okay, so this has never really taken off on these. So when you're doing keyword research, you also want to study what not to publish for in most cases, unless this book just took off and it's a good keyword. But the cover's actually pretty good. It just never took off. These prices are way too high. I don't know what happened. Don't care. Moving on, let's pivot into another publisher. Let's go right here. Ooh, this is good. Happy Toddlers. We've got a good publisher here under the radar. But these are fairly cliche, fairly well-known keywords. I mean, I've been doing this for a while. I've seen it all. I mean, I've seen most. Toddler coloring book, very cliche. I wouldn't, unless this got over 8,000 reviews. I wouldn't bother. Everyone has a blank comic book. Doesn't do well. It's too competitive. This is way too competitive. Huh. That's a weird keyword. Fun book of alphabets, but the rank's not that good. All right. So what I want to note is you can have 20 books under one pen name, and let's say 19 of them, 18 of them don't do that well. All you really need is one book to take off like this. Like just one book. And this at $4.99, this probably makes $400 a day gross. Don't know about their ad spend, but yeah, all it takes is one book to be well produced that pops off. And with the BSR like this, your 19 other failures pay themselves off instantly. Like, so, the only publishers that don't do well are the ones who give up and that aren't persistent. I have never yet really seen a publisher doing this for 3 years that's bought every course that hasn't somehow had a breakthrough at some point. There's hard times. There's times where you have books that flop. I have books that flop too. But at some point, you're going to get either lucky or you're going to earn your way towards a good BSR. And that's when it makes the business all worth it. So, shameless plug-in. I can help shortcut all that for you. I can ease a lot of stress, money wasted, and time wasted if you just decide to work with me. But if you decide to go on your own, eventually you might have a breakthrough. So just hang on and stay in the business. Let's look at some pen names that I've never heard of. Sam and Sally. That sounds like a really dumb pen name, but who am I to judge when you have a book that's rated 477? Right now, I'm the dumb one. Let's see here what's going on. 1, 2, 3 things. I'm going to mentally save that in my head before I keep scrolling. I like how they took this one concept, did well, and then they produced more books on it. What is going on here? These are not bad BSRs, just for ripping off their own keywords several times over. Interesting. Who is this? Man. 1, 2, 3 pages to color. 123? Okay, 123 things. 8.5 by 11. What's in here? Are you kidding me? This is the content? I'm shaking my head right now. That's it? All right. So this book probably took 5 minutes, a day to make. You can make a thing like this for free. And this ranks super well, self-published, just still ranking really well, despite being 2 years old. It did take time to get this many reviews. I wonder if that's what comes up for the keyword. One sec. Okay, 1, 2, 3 things. Wait, I want to see what else comes up for 123. I might save this for myself. All right. Is it 123 things or 120? Yeah, it's things. Let's just take a look. So this is running a sponsored ad. This is a copycat book that was published literally last week, 2 weeks ago. It has sold a copy. They even copied the title and subtitle. but this is not well produced. It's not marketable. It has no reviews. However, it does take note to me. You can be on page 1 for this keyword with minimal effort. So this is the one to compete against. This is the one. This is Neo. You have to defeat Neo to win in the Matrix here. Again, lots of copycats. I think it's just the same guy trying to copycat. Interesting. Huh. I'm at a loss for words right now because I'm thinking to myself, I mean, this publisher couldn't pull it off because they don't get their books reviewed. Could I pull it off? Could I? So, interesting. Might have to save that in the database for future reference. All right. Cool. Hey, what is up, Buakas? We missed you. Thank you. I'm back, I think, for now. Is this a profitable keyword ABC dot marker book? Well, let's take a look. Oh no. Thing is, with a keyword like this, you have something that's not directly related to your keyword. This is not related to dot marker. This is learn to write, and no one's gonna compete against this book. It's number 17 in the entire store. Otherwise, I do see what you're saying with this. You have a copycat here that published 2 weeks ago, which couldn't sell a single copy. Here's the bestseller from a year and a half ago. Probably does really well in Q4. I'm not going to pull up BSR histories, but it has potential. I'm going to say, just from the 1 minute I've spent looking at this, yeah, it's only going to be profitable if you have a good looking book that actually gets reviews. Okay, biggest mistake you all do in publishing, especially if you're new. This is the number one thing you guys do that will never work, and it's why you don't make money. Especially those of you that, excuse me, that are in other courses or whatever, and you're just not seeing results. You cannot just spam output books. You cannot just publish 10 books, set it out there, and forget about it, okay? That will not work with making money. What you need to do is be strategic. You need to plan out having a launch. Where will you get your initial sales from? Where will you get your initial reviews from? You know, students who work with me always have some kind of plan that we figure out together on how to get reviews, on how to get sales through various methods. And it will work hell of a lot better than putting out some random book and leaving it up to chance that maybe someone will just buy this book with no reviews, with a very mediocre looking cover. So, I mean, can you make some money just putting out books with no reviews? I mean, it can happen. It's a lot harder now in 2021 compared to 2017 and 2018 because there's so many more beginner level publishers. But what you need to realize is you need to stand out above the rest. You need to be the alpha male in the room full of betas. You need to be the bad chick in a room of Karens, all right? You need to be the chosen one. You need to be the big dog in your keyword that dominates everyone else. And if you're not going to be the one dominating everyone else, you can be maybe the second or third best book for your keyword in a giant keyword and get a share of sales. I mean, let's look at how to draw anime. see if we can find Joe. Although I think we won't because he probably turned off the ads right now. This is him. But okay, case in point. I did show you his book that, it's actually right here. Organically, no ads. 11,000 BSR. It's well produced. Reviews yet, but we're working on it. This was only 20. He only had 25 reviews last week. I want him to get 1,000 by December. And once he does that, he'll get a much better BSR. But note, proper marketing all is learning how to position your book in the search results with paid ads. So this book here is crushing it with a BSR of 4,000 at a much higher price point than yours, Joe. So we talk about that off camera, but this is triple the price. Well, actually, right now it's double the price of Joe's book, yet it sells more copies just because it has better visibility. I'm gonna ping you this after this stream. It's likewise with this here. These are from last year though, so it's had time to get reviews. Yeah, we want to be like this publisher here. This is Joe Stevenson. We're gonna be like Joe Stevenson instead of Joe Iington. We want to have the top ad spots, and we want to have as many reviews as these books, so we can go from being here with this BSR to now being up here with this BSRs. And let me tell you, when you have a BSR as high as 4,000 with a retail price of $16.95, this book is making, probably around 7,000 a month net. Well, 10,000 gross. I would hope it's making at least $5,000 to $7,000 a month net. Just this book, all right? Just this one book earns more than the majority of AIA coaches. Anyway, and likewise, this is a how to draw manga book. And I don't know if it's the same concept as Joe's, but very respectable rank still, probably with this price, $6,000 a month. No, more than that. Maybe 1,500, 2,000 a month. So that's the strategy that we're going for. And I'm actually kind of giving away too much on stream here with strategy on this book. But again, I don't expect any of you, unless you're good at publishing, to be able to get this many reviews. All right? Probably some of you probably think I'm full of crap that this many reviews is possible. But we'll get there. We did it with Allison was able to do it. I'm fully confident we'll get there by December with this as well. So that's the whole notion. Anyway, that's my whole preach. Let me answer some questions here that came up in my group. Wait, let me make sure I don't screw this. Karanvir, let's pull up the question here. So the question is, tips on scaling from high 4 figures per month and gross profit after ads to 5 figures consistently. That's and it says it's for low content. So for low content, I don't know what keywords you're in now. I used to know what your keywords were. And you know what you're doing, so I know how to phrase this advice. You already know that to make more money, you could publish more books. Although for someone your level, I don't know how many reviews you're capable of getting, how good your promoting is, but if you can find a big keyword that you can execute properly on, let's say you're able to get 50 reviews out the gate and snowball it with ads and just get a book that's a BSR of 1,000, you've reached 5 figures in one book with one book, sir. So yeah, I would say, dude, I don't know what approach you're using now because we haven't talked in a while, but I'm a very big advocate of making money with as few books as possible. I don't really care what anyone else teaches. I really don't. I just know it's easier, it's faster, and it's less expensive, actually, to just put out one really well-produced book and market the hell out of it and have one book with a very strong BSR than chasing, $10,000 a month with 200 books, which is ridiculous. And you have better longevity with books like these, by the way. Evidently, that's true. So, you could publish more books, but for you, I don't know what niche you're in, okay? So maybe you're already in a good niche. Find a big keyword related to your niche that you can use your existing assets for to promote, get sales, get reviews, all that, and run the hell out of your ads. If I'm not mistaken, you're pretty well off financially. So if it takes $100 a day on Amazon ads to get your book going, I believe you can afford it. I know that sounds crazy to a lot of you, but I have students that shit their pants when I tell them to spend $30 a day. But you'll get there at some point. To scale up, you got to spend money too, because you're going to make profits inevitably anyway. So to scale, spend more on ads, and especially those that are making like $30,000 a month with low content. Oh, what's going on with the camera here? Probably using up too much power. You just need to have one. You can have one singular brand that targets a lot of very popular keywords. I'm not going to give examples here because people get pissed off. But if you can do that and have everything promoted properly, you're pretty much set. So it's not. I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's definitely possible too. All right, I don't know what's going on with the. All right, cool. We're just gonna stick to the internet browser. Camera's dying here for some reason. So yeah, just guys, grow. You can make 10,000 a month and more with one brand, with 5 books. All right. You can do it with one book, but that's kind of crazy talk. So yeah, just find a big keyword that you like. Maybe you're passionate about it. Do your research, come up with a plan to promote it. If you work with me, we can work on that plan together and get the machine running. And that's how you get a strong BSR. So any other questions, guys? Because I think I'm drawing too much power from all my devices right now. Although I plan on doing this again. So hit me up with the questions now before we wrap it up. Damn, some stock-related news coming out. GameStop, corruption and drama, tales of lies. Sec. Keep the questions coming. I'm just gonna actually switch to a different camera. So bring them on. Wow, this camera is actually better than my freaking webcam. All right, so let's pull up the questions here. More money in stocks or publishing for you? This year, it happens to be stocks. Yes, I admit it. But it's a very unusual case. But I made as much as $40,000 in a single day, and I know that sounds like badness, but it's number one. It's true. I don't plan on coaching anyone on stocks right now. And I did have a former student of mine, actually go on a Zoom call with me, and I made $12,000 in front of her. So she can tell you all about that if credibility ever needs to come up. But I have another big play lined up for the year. However, maybe I'll talk about it when the price goes down enough for me to share it so that you guys can get in on it too. Because I don't want anyone to lose money on my stock suggestions. So when it drops down enough, I'll share my current stock that I'm in right now. And then hopefully it gets everyone rich. So, I mean, I could talk about it now, but I think the price will keep dropping. So I'll just save it for another time. Let's check Facebook for questions. Oh, shit. Let's answer this one here. Thaddeus asks, where can you get the best hookers and blow in Vegas? So, yes, I am in Vegas right now. I've been living here for the last year and a half. I don't know where I'll be in the summer because it'll get too hot. It gets to be 120 around here. But best hookers, do I get demonetized if I answer this question? Like with a real answer? Did you even want me to answer this? Anyway, there's girls on the casinos all the time, in the bars. That's the obvious answer. But there are websites too. There are websites too for such services. For blow, I don't do blow. I don't do coke. But everyone's partying here. It's probably really easy to find. I know weed is legal here. Coke and blow, I'm sure you'll find it if you just look around. So that explains it. Let's pull up some more questions. Ooh, there's some good questions here. So let's take this one here. At what point should you turn off ads for a book? Well, there's actually a few answers to that because I work on ad campaigns all the time with every single one of my students. It's kind of required in my program. But number one, well, I'll be honest, I don't shut off programs that often anyhow. But when we do shut off ads, like entire campaigns, I'm not talking about like individual keywords. We shut off ads when it's just a waste of time. Like if we're promoting something to the Canadian market and after a month, we spend $3 and we don't get a single sale. It's like, we're wasting time and effort running this campaign. Let's focus our efforts somewhere more productive. That's an obvious answer. Number two, for certain campaign types, for certain campaign types where the BSR, the ACOS is just out of control. Like, I'll just make it a hypothetical example. All ad campaigns are very individual. But like if we have a campaign with like long tail phrases with manual targeting, and we notice that phrases has a 300% ACOS, but exact matches has a 20% ACOS. Well, we have a campaign that has some types of keywords doing really well, and it would just be it'd be too hard to take a campaign from 300% to like 20%. So if you have a subset of keywords that are working in your campaign, focus on those and shut off the rest. Truth be told, the majority of your sales with ad campaigns will come from like 5 to 7 keywords or products. And so, a lot of waste comes with having like 3,000 products you're targeting, and you get all these clicks in random books that are not, or keywords not related to your niche or your book specifically, and you're getting clicks, but you're wasting money. So, yeah, it's fine to lose money when you're starting up a campaign, but you should be able to, after a week, identify what's working for you. Focus on those 5 to 7 keywords. Shut off everything else. And that should lead you towards a working campaign. That's my methodology. I can go in greater detail working with you one-on-one, or any of you one-on-one, if you want to work with me through my program. If you're interested, PM me on Facebook. It's only $1,000. I know it's a good deal. I'm not even trying to sell it too hard. I know it's a damn good deal. So hit me up before it goes launched publicly, hardcore, and the price has to go up. All right, next question. Woo, quite a few questions here. Damn. All right, we have quite a few. Oh, I missed a few from the beginning. So let's take some older questions. So we had a product page that was showing a video. I don't know if I can pull that. Let me see if I can. Let's back up a little bit. See if we can find that. It wasn't this. This book shit. So let's just find a random one. So like this. When you have a product page that has custom graphics, this has to be set up by Amazon by invitation. So you can't ask Amazon to set this up for you. It's not possible. That's an option. Now, you can have sometimes reviews that have a video. If you can have a review or do a video, that'd be great. But things like this is by invite only, and usually big box publishers only have access to features such as this. All right. Yes, it's been a while. It's been a while. Okay, Justin asks. A lot of questions. How many books should I be aiming to publish per month to keep a consistent few thousand a month, in your opinion? Again, everyone's different. I don't know how your business is set up. Maybe you're doing nonfiction. Maybe you're doing low content. I don't know your style of doing things. I don't know what BSRs you tried to target as a goal. But I can tell you, if you don't publish for a few months, your income will usually drop. So unless, again, you have a books that just really take off and have longevity on Amazon. So if you want to keep a few thousand per month, again, I don't know what you're publishing for. If I tell you to publish 2 books a month and you're doing like computer programming, well, that's like $4,000 a month on production cost, which is kind of crazy, versus like low content where you're making the books either yourself, maybe you're doing the mass spam approach, maybe you're doing the high quality approach. I would say, I mean, I just don't know enough about your business. I would say try to work on making as few books as possible with the highest level of quality that you're able to achieve. I know that's not a great answer, but it's the truth. So I know you just made your first 1,000 per month. Good. I'm glad you did it. But now, I just don't know what you publish for, man. You can do that with 1 book every month if you wanted to. You just got to work on your marketing. I think marketing will get you towards how much you want to make. You just got to up your review game and be able to launch better. So work on your launches. It's not always about the number of books that you have. Let's see here. Ooh. This is a good one. So let's take this question. Please, what low content, no content books will be great to publish using hardcover? Yeah, I'm in the hardcover program as well in Amazon. You can now, under invitation, publish books using hardcover instead of paperback. However, hardcover does increase your cost of production, and it does increase the price of the book. What you'll notice in low content and no content is that it's usually often so competitive that everyone is driving the price down so that they can attract people with low prices. So if I'm in a keyword where everyone's doing really well, but they're priced at $5.99, I probably can't do as well pricing my book at $14.99, despite what other programs teach, because they don't publish books. They haven't for years. But I don't recommend hardcover for low content and no content. It's just going to drive the price up. And for what? Like, how is a hardcover? I know it's like it makes a sturdier book, yeah. But realize too, low content books, no content books, they're short. Why would you have, unless it's like a children's book that's like 20 pages, I get that for young kids and toddlers, sure. The only niche that would make sense for hardcover is for like infants and toddlers because they might rip apart the paperback. So to give you a fair answer, I don't specialize at all. I don't deal with infant books, toddler books, but if anything were to go hardcover, I would research that and see what's possible. And maybe that's something you can grow as a niche and make some money because everyone needs to learn literacy, especially with COVID locking everything down. Cool. So here's another question from Giovanni. What's up, man? Let's take this question here. How do I make a book launch for low content and normal books? So without giving too much away, people have different methods. First, you cook the omelet. You make the omelet bigger. And then once everyone is ready to eat the omelet, you get reviews on the omelet. No. So you build an audience on something, on a platform. You charm them, you engage them. Then you invite them to review your book, and then you promote to them. That's as much as I can tell, generally speaking, without breaking it down too much, because everyone has their own strategies for launching books. And you should know this by now. So you know what to do. Just got to actually do the work. Another question by Giovanni, because we're up here for free on YouTube, answering everything. Do you find that for low content it works better targeting keywords or ASINs? Both. I've seen across many different niches in low content. Keywords will make up most of people's sales because people are searching in the search results of Amazon. But you can actually target books too and get a decent amount of sales. I don't think you can get rich targeting just ASINs, but if you find ASINs that you want to advertise for and get impressions for, and you notice, you can actually bid lower on ASINs than you do on keywords, and just by mathematics, if you need 5 clicks at 10 cents each to make $3, you're spending 50 cents to make $3. It was worthwhile. So you can definitely experiment with ASIN targeting, but usually automatic campaigns will have ASINs targeted along with keywords for you. So there's nothing wrong with starting an automatic campaign first before doing your own manual campaign with the keywords you want to focus on. And that's usually what I teach. Oh yeah, we never use gift cards. We never I guess you don't mean lead magnets. Yeah, we don't use fake methods. I'm not about that. No gift cards, no fake reviews, no paying people to review the book. I'm not about that. We don't want to break the rules. This is a real business. You can't go into table with business people and then Elon Musk asks you, well, gosh, how do you promote these books? Well, actually, I buy fake reviews for them. What kind of business acumen is that? So know how to actually run a real business and taking shortcuts that don't work anyway. Give me 5 seconds, guys. Keep the questions coming. 1 sec. All right. Let's take in more questions here. Okay, so we have got some questions on YouTube now. Vegas nightclubs open now or no? Funny, I was actually talking to Sandra about this during breakfast. So right now, things are a lot better here in Vegas. A lot more people out. It's getting crowded now. The hot girls have returned. However, it's still not the same. The clubs here are still closed. The shows here are still off. So, I mean, unless it's your first time ever in Vegas, I don't really recommend coming here yet. But according to Sandro, who's friends with promoters here, we're supposed to have clubs open again in the summer. I know Hakkasan is opening, but they're opening as a lounge, so that's kind of eh. I know Marquee is open and Cosmo, but as a lounge, I'm not interested in going to lounges here. It's kind of lame. So yeah, didn't I make a lot of money make a lot of money on some penny play? Yeah, so I made most of my money on two things after the Chevron play. So I made, how much did I make? Like $22,000 from Chevron, and I did that on stream, so that can be proven very well. I was an initial investor in TSNP, which is now Humble. Everyone knows about it now. It's a crypto related company, and I made a decent amount of money, but I could have been a multimillionaire had I just held off from selling. I sold too soon. I don't even want to pull up the chart. It'll get me salty, but I could have made a lot of money from that. And then I made money off of AITX. That's the one where I made $40,000 in a single day. However, AITX did dilute their shares last month, and the price is way down. I'm actually looking to re-enter there, AITX. If the price can drop more. And right now I have about 33 million shares in another company that's reverse merging. So I'll feel more comfortable about sharing that once the price goes down even more, I think, so that people that are friends with me don't lose their money and they don't have to wait as long. But that should be the big play for me. So, hi, Tenzi. Any advice on how to better manage PPC? You just got to be attentive. There's no real secret to it. You just need to put in the actual. I know it sounds so simple, and it kind of is, but so many people don't do this. Just work on your campaigns. You need to actually go check out your campaign settings at least once a day, maybe even once every 2 days is fine too. Once you have decent ACOS, ACOS, I would say below 40%. Some people say 30, below 40%. Once you reach there, after you're done manipulating your bid amounts, just up your budget. I mean, a lot of people are afraid of spending more than $10 a day on books. But again, this is a business. If you want to be making $10,000 a month, is there anything wrong with spending $2,000 a month on ads to get that done? Right? I know it sounds scary to be spending $2,000 a month on ads for a lot of you, but once you optimize your ads and you're in big keywords, it's no secret how you scale up and get the good BSRs. Just increase your budgets and let the clicks fly in. So that's really there is to it. So Melvin, what is the best course to buy? Well, gosh, I'm going to be heavily biased in that, right? Because I have my own courses. But if you're interested in working in a program where you actually work with me, one-on-one, unlimited calls, seriously, for an unlimited duration, you work with me one-on-one on your business, unlike any other program that delegates you to several million different coaches that don't know much about you. Instead, you're going to join a small group where I work with you and know everything about your business one-on-one. PM me on Facebook, and I can invite you in the beta version of Digital Freedom Lifestyle. Price is only $1,000 to work with me one-on-one, perpetuity, lifetime access, unlimited calls. Yes, it's true. And course will be finished up soon. Get that going, and the price will go up. So if you're interested, PM me on Facebook. Find me there. If you don't have Facebook, let me know, and I'll find you. Likewise. So does that reverse emerging stock start with the letter A? No, it actually starts with the letter B. However, there's also the letter F. What's the other one? And T. So I'll just tell you kind of, if it's being all managed right now by Mina Mar Group, IMINAMAR Group. They have 3 shells. One of them is being sold to a venture capital firm that will flip it to a tech company that could be worth as much as $200 million. So once the price drops, I'll share what it is. But right now, it's kind of iffy. So I don't want anyone holding bags. I really don't want anyone holding bags because I don't want to get shooters on me in real life for a bad call. So yeah. Let's see if more questions came in. All right. I think this has been a good stream, guys. It's been over an hour. I do plan on being on stream more often. It's nice to be back online. So let's call it here, guys. Again, if you're interested in the course, message me on Facebook or leave a comment below. I'll find you somehow. Keep publishing. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see y'all later. Take care. It was fun.